Alright guys, let's start today's class. We start with a new project. So welcome to this new, and I'll choose the right template as because I love to work with metrics, so I'll choose metric template. And here I'll choose metric architecture template. And within this, I will choose create new project. We will not choose project template because we are not defining it as a template. We will not save it as a template. We will work in as a project. So that's why let's click on OK. And I hope you all are clear about the project and the difference between project and project template. Are you all clear about that also?
Sir, once you can explain, sir, we have a little doubt in that.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So project template is basically you create one setting for all the projects you will be working. Okay, so there you will have all your views set up. This project browse will be organized according to your way. You will create all your labels. You will set all your text. Okay, all the text size and other symbols. There you will be adding with proper uh, values, and you will be loading some families within your template. So all the template will guide you how you will go through for your project. Okay, or all the needed settings for all the projects you will be preparing from the beginning, or you will store it as a template so that you don't have to set all the time when you will start your project. That's the thing. You create a template. When you create a template, so you will store all the settings within that template, and whenever you start your project, you will choose that template. So you will get all the settings preloaded. So that will save your time, and you will start working with all the uh, settings you have done. So is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So it's basically the custom template we create, sir. Is it?
Yeah, it is. Right.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, because sometimes what happened that each and every company, or for each and every project or project type, you need some different settings, right? So with the default settings, you may agree or may not agree. So for that, if your company use your different custom settings, suppose you need a different title block each and every time, you have your own title block, so that should be loaded within this, or you create some different uh, uh, site plan. Within that, you need site plan all the time, so that you can load within this. So that's why we will use template, or we will choose project template when we will start a new file. Okay, so let's start with. Now let me just go through about the wall again. About wall, let me tell you the basic things about wall first. That we have three different type of wall. For wall only, okay. I'm not going about curtain wall. For the wall, we have generic wall, okay, and we have compound wall, and we have stacked wall, okay. So let me show you that within this wall architecture. So these are your generic wall, and I'm telling you why it is generic, and why we have compound wall. So these are compound wall. CW is the short form. Compound wall, and we also have that stack wall. Okay, and I'm coming about this later about this curtain wall. Uh, so generic wall doesn't have any much layers. It only contain one single layer. So that is why we call it generic wall. And when we'll add it, when we'll add more than one layers, that will be called as compound layers. When you add layers like your membrane layers, your thermal layers, these layers when you add, that is called about compound wall. Okay, and about stacked wall, when you add your sub walls vertically and you count it as a single wall, that you will call as a stacked wall. Okay, so that's the type of your wall. This is about all your basic wall, that is generic wall and compound wall, and there you have its stacked wall. Okay, and the curtain walls are simply your glass panel walls, and these are non-load bearing. Uh, and about this type, that is curtain wall and exterior glazing and storefront. So curtain wall is a simple glass panel. Okay, and exterior glazing, it's a glass panel having all the grids included. Okay, all the dividation included with the grids, and storefront, it include the dividation, the grids with the support mullions or the mullions. Okay, so these we will discuss about this curtain wall. Before that, let's know about generic wall. That is, let's work with this generic 200 mm. And here you can see that we have this height, right? So you can also define it if you are placing it in the foundation. So you can give it the depth. So make sure when you are placing as a wall, so make sure this height is selected. And then this is right now unconnected. It is not connected with any, let me just ignore this. It is not connected within any level, right? So currently I'm in level 1, so that's why the base constant is level 1. So the base of your wall will be constant to the level 1. So if you change your level 1 height, or if you adjust the level 1, so accordingly the base of your wall will be adjusted. So that's the benefit of considering with the level. So that's why it is base constant currently level 1. So in the default condition where you are placing your wall in this floor plan, it will be automatically constant to this floor plan. So that you don't have to define. Uh, you just have to define the top constant. Okay, so right now the top constant is unconnected and the default height is 8000 millimeters. So current unit is in millimeter. So you can check in go to manage, and there you will have the project units, or you can type the shortcut UN. You don't have to press enter, UN, and you see that these area is meter square, length is mm. So you can change this also. Okay, and here you can see that this discipline is common. So for each discipline, this will work. So if you want to specify for each discipline, so for like structure, you want to specify these will be the units for structure only. This will be the unit for electrical. So that you can also specify. So let's go with this common. So this will be the common unit for all the disciplines. So let's go with, and this is top constant. So we will define level 2. So see, now you cannot change this unconnected height right now, because we are defining this height with this level. So from this base top, according to the level, this wall height will be defined, right? Now about this location line, this is wall center line, right? And this chain is selected, correct? Now also see that joint status is allowed. Okay, so I'm coming on this about what is joint status. So just see this, that joint status is right now in this allow condition. It is in the default condition. Now about location line, center line. So when I'll start placing it from this point, I am justifying the center line of the wall. That point will be the center line of my wall. Now see that this is the center line. The point I have clicked, that is the center line. So this is how I am placing my wall. Okay, with the center line. So if I need to place my wall with the center line, then I will choose the location line as the center line. Okay, now you just let me place. Now here you can see that it is continuing from that end of this wall segment, right? Because this chain is selected, that's why. And now here you can see that when I'm drawing, sorry, when I'm placing this wall, uh, there you can see that there is one break, right? This is breaking. It's a natural condition that this segment to this segment, and when you are starting another segment from this end, so it will start a fresh one. But now when you release or you will end this segment, here you can see that this is joint because this joint status you allowed. So this is why it is joint. Okay, now let me do it once. Okay, now here you can see, right? Right, now if I change these things, if I change join status to disallow, and if you if I go with this one, so before that just let me show you clearly that this is the wall, this is the wall. You complete it from this to this end, but here you can see that this is completed to this end, right? Here you can see that this is the wall endpoints for this one, right? And for this also this is the same. So this wall end segment and this wall's starting segment is the common because you allowed the join. Okay. Now again, so for that I will choose the shortcut. WA is the shortcut for wall, and here you can see it will go with the previous settings that you have defined already, level 2. And let me now change this to now here you have this core center line and wall center line. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between the wall center line and the core center line? Hello.
I don't know the difference, sir.
Okay, fine. So you have created wall with layers like compound wall. Have you created that?
No, sir, we got to know the difference between the walls just now. Uh,
Okay,
we were
fine,
not
fine.
aware of those walls and all.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, I'll clear that definitely. So for that, I need to clear about all the layers. So then I will come on this about core center line, difference between wall center line and core center line. Now just focus on this part about this finished face exterior and finished face interior. I think this will be easier to understand. So let's choose this finished face exterior. So this wall has two face. One is exterior face and one is interior face, right? So that's I'm defining that this finished face exterior I'll be start placing. So now just let me place accordingly. Now here you can see that this I have defined as the finished face exterior, the location line. So accordingly I'm placing. Okay. I hope it is easy to understand, right? Now, now just see that it's still starting now. It's starting from the finished face of this work, right? This is the finished face exterior of this one. So this how it is creating, right? And the same for this wall segment also. And now let me just do this. Now here you can see the differences between this and between this. Now here you can see that this is a separate wall segment. You disallowed the joint, and you also disallowed, right? So now, how you can allow again to join them? If you have disallowed some parts and you want to, now suppose you want to allow join for this part, okay? Now, so for what to do? So you have this endpoints. So come place your mouse pointer on this endpoint and right click, and then you have this allow join option. And again you have to select this, and for this also you have to allow join, and for this side right click and allow join. Okay, now here you can see the difference. Okay, so suppose you want to place one column here, so then what you have to do is you place this and this like this way, and then you can place your column. Okay, otherwise what you'll have, that this will be the common geometry there. There will be interference or clashes, right? So for that, it will be doing like this. You will allow, oh sorry, you will disallow the joints, and then you will place your wall segments like this, and you can place. Okay. Uh, so next, this is these are your normal generic wall, and now let me complete about the compound wall. Okay, so we have some default compound walls. So here you can see that it's named according to the layer thickness. So now if I choose this one, and as because I had selected this wall, and then I in this within this type selector, in this type selector I selected this one and change the type. Now I'll go to this edit type, and wall is a system family. Okay, you cannot load externally. If you want to create your own wall, so what you have to do is to go with this duplicate option, and there you create with a new name, or with a different or with the previous name you just modify it. Okay, so let's go with this name. Okay, now within the structure, go for this edit. Now here you can see, so this is the type name here at the top. Here you can see, if you follow my mouse pointer, so there you can see that this is named accordingly, CW compound wall 102 50 100. Okay, so here you can see that 102 is the finish phase, then thermal layer is having the 50 thickness, membrane layer obviously 0 thickness, then the structure that is 100. Okay, and about this finish, so this is the different wall code, so this doesn't include it, so you can include that also. Okay, so this is about your layers. Okay, you can add your layers, you can delete your layers. Okay, so for that, this one is selected right now. If you want to move it downside, you can move downside. So why not to move downside, why it is placed like this? Okay, so let me elaborate that. So this is the exterior side. Here you can see that this is mentioned. This is the exterior side. This is the exterior side, and this is the interior side. Okay. So you are placing like this one. Finish one to the upmost exterior side, then the thermal layer, then the membrane layer. Then this is the core layer. This structure one. This is the core layer. Okay, so this structure layer, the layer, when you create one layer or like this, this will be the list: structure, substrate, thermal, finish one, finish two, membrane layer. Okay, why finish one, why finish two? I'm coming on that later. So this structure cannot be placed out of this core boundary. This thing you have to keep in mind, that this structure layer you cannot place out of this core boundary. Okay, So that is why it is given this core boundary to place this structure layer within this core boundary as a core layer. So that it is the core layer of your wall. Okay. Uh, so now you can place all the materials for your walls. Okay, and you can give the thickness, and you can define this as a structural material. Okay, obviously you can add another structure within this core boundary as well, and you can only define one single layer as a structural material. Okay, so what is the benefit to define this structural material? So when you go for your rebar and structural components, it will be easier to place. Okay, within this. So that's why. Now let me just cancel this, and let me create one new layer. So for that, what I'll do, WA. So this, let's go with this generic 200 mm. Okay, so this one is there, and go to its edit type, and this is generic 200 mm. And if you go to its edit type, so this is right now having only one core layer, right? So that is why it is generic one. Now let me just duplicate it. So what I'll do, I will name it like exterior wall. So EW, I'll name it like that, EW. Then I will give the thickness like 250 or 225 mm, and click on OK. So you have name it as EW, and also in this function you have to mention that this is for exterior, not for foundation, not for interior. Okay, so that you have to mention exterior, and you will be creating another with this duplicate. That will be your inner wall or interior wall, and that thickness will be placing. Now you are having this 125 mm right now. Now let's go with this EW 225 mm and come to this edit, and there you have this 200 mm thickness right now. Right. So that is not the right. So this is the structure. Obviously, the material we will be defining, like brick we will define, or the concrete we can define. So it is up to us, to the user, what will be the material. So you can search for it. Here you will have that. You can search for it. Okay. Suppose if it is not listed within this project materials, just say this. This is the list for your project materials. What is about project material? Project material, these are the materials in the default condition it is loaded within this project. Okay, so that's why it is the project materials. These are the materials listed within the project. Okay, somewhere around these are being used. Okay, suppose the required material is not listed within this project material, then what to do? Then you have this library available. Come to this. So if it is like that, so drop down this, and then within this AEC material, if it is like that also, click on this drop down, and there you will have everything. Okay, all right. Now if you want to search, okay, so then you go this search bar, there you can search. So it will for for this library as well, for this project material as well. Okay, so you can come to this masonry, and there you will have this brick common, brick brown, brick common red. These things are okay. So if you need to choose this one, So how to add this within this project material? So you have to add this within this project material first, then you can apply only. Because this is still in this library. So what you have to do is you select this and you click on this option. This is to add within this document or the project material. If you choose this one, so you will add this and you will open the editor, material editor. Okay, now just let me. Now here you can see that this is open. Here you can choose that what will be the surface pattern. Okay, so if you don't need this, you can do like that. What will be the background cut pattern? So this will when you cut, okay, what will be the pattern and background? So that those things you can like. Now this image in this uh, brick material is loaded. If you want to change the material, so for that you can choose another. Okay, so this is the folder, this is the path where it is saved. In the C folder there is program files, common files, or shared materials, textures, and after this textures you can choose any one folder, and in that they will be matched and you get the list. Okay, so right now this is selected. You can choose, you can change the also change the image also. Now that this is cancelled, and in this graphic, so this one you can see this is shading. So we have some visual appearance or uh, visual style. So when you choose visual style as shaded mode, then what will be the color? So in this default condition, this will be the color, and this is the appearance. So this will appear when you will render it. Okay, this pattern or this image will appear when you will render it. But for 2021, in the realistic mode also, you can see it better, and in previous versions also in realistic you can also see the materials. Okay, uh, but in 2021 you will get the graphics better. uh, Now let's choose this also in this render appearance. So in the shaded also this will be the color, so it will match the render appearance color. Okay, and now just apply and okay, and here you have this, and now let me just add another material. So this added, and let's add another. So here you see that when I'm adding uh, according to the previous layer, you were having it. Okay, now you just have to place it up or down. So select this, let's bring it down. So this how you will place it up or down. And now about the thickness, so you can define the thickness, and before that let's just uh, define the function. So this one you can define as substrate. Okay, uh, or if you are adding another thermal layer or membrane layer, so that those you can add membrane layer outside. You can add membrane layers, and let's insert another. So here let's add substrate, and here also substrate, and this one you can define as a plaster. Um, Here or not. Yeah, so here it is. Now let me just add here. This is, so let's go with that and click on apply and okay. And you need to apply this to this outside. So for that, what you'll do, you will simply just place it outside. Okay, simply. And for the outside, we will place 13 thickness, and for this inside, we will place 12. Okay, so this is to the interior side, and this is to the exterior side. And if you want to place your paint or any coating like putty we want to add. So for that also go with this insert, and let me just bring it down. Yes, so this one will be to the upside, and for to the exterior side you will be defining it as a finish one. Always finish one will be placed to the exterior side, and this one will be finished too, always. Okay. And you define the material, you define the thickness. Okay, now I'm not going with this. I will delete this, and I will delete this. Okay, I will just simply, after plaster, I will just simply paint it. Okay. uh, and if you need to place anything like putty to this side, so that let me just place it inside, inside. And this one is these two, and this one go with. You can create your own material also. Like let me choose some. So let me go with this for this quickly. Okay. You can create your own material, so that we will come on that later. You can okay, and for this one, now here you can see this is the total thickness. So it will calculate for you the total thickness. It will calculate for you. So you are having it right now, and let's click on OK. So this is right now okay, and you can see this is the preview. This is the core layer. Okay, you are having it in plan view. You want to check it in the section. So there you can see when you select this, it will be highlighted in blue color, and this one. So this one is the membrane layer. This one is the substrate to this. This one is the, and this was finish. Okay, and this is how we will be creating your layers or your compound walls, and click on OK. All right, done. And now you can place it like that. Okay. And before placing, you make sure that this is allowed, and you can change it here also. Let me go with that simply. So now here you can understand that wall center line. This will be the uh, center line for the total wall, and this will be the center line for the for that particular core layer. Okay, now let me just place it, this core center line. Okay, it can be same, it can be different. Okay, suppose as because all the layers are equally placed from the core layer, so that's why the wall center line and the core center line is similar for this case. But suppose you have placed more layers to the exterior side and less layers to the interior side, so then, or it can be vice versa. So in that cases, you will not have the similar center line for wall center line and core center line, right? You got my point? Okay. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this is how we will be placing our walls, and you can check it in 3D. So we have this visual style here. We will change it from hidden line to shaded. So here you can see this is placed in shaded, and you can rotate it around, and here you can see, and if you change this to realistic, and then you will see the materials you have placed. Okay, So this is the materials you have placed. Okay, and we also have one section box. Okay, so here within this properties of this 3D view, if you go to that, you have this section box. You can check this section box, and you want to cut. So here you will see this as because uh, this is the core layer right now, and why I was not getting this in the normal view. Let me tell you about that also. So for that, let me just uncheck this section box. Now, in this normal, here I'm not getting it. Why? Because let me go to this. Here you see that this substrate 2 is wrapped right now. This substrate 2, this finish 2 is wrapped right now. So this will wrap the ends. This will wrap ends. Okay, now if I uncheck this, I don't need to wrap. Apply it, click on OK, and now let me see it. And I cannot wrap. Click on OK. Again, one, good, and force into line, force into line, let me place it. Okay, so let me do this lead time. Okay. Yes. Okay, so this one we're having that material at the end. Okay, but generally you will see it, place it. Define it. Apply and here you see, right? And this is because the materials. Okay, this is because it's outside materials we have, and now if I add some more materials to this also, you will see that if I insert one outside, so finish two, finish one, and here let me do different one. Same. Okay. So this is membrane layer. This is membrane layer. I'm clicking OK. Apply OK. Now you see that these are coming. Okay. So this is because right now this wrap. Okay. Okay. And after that also these are coming. Okay, and let me check it, come to this, and this is because this is the render appearance, and here you have to define this surface pattern. These things you have to define, and according to this appearance, these things you have to define. there is no background, and these things will be defined like that. So this will come. Uh, so this will come in this uh, in uh, in plan. This surface pattern will be reflected within the plan, and the cut pattern when you cut like in the section or when you cut this pattern will be visible. Okay, and so when you'll add uh, more layers, so at the end you will see this. Okay. Yep. So so the wrapping is not reflecting here. Okay. The what you can do is wrapping at end. This thing we will come on this later about wrapping at end and wrapping at insert. So this thing we will see it later. So this is not reflecting anything right now, uh, the wrapping part. But generally, you are not wrapping it. Okay. So this is about your curtain wall. Okay. Now let me place stacked wall also. So for that we have this stacked one. Okay. So this is the one default stacked wall type is available. So as I have told you that when you place your sub walls vertically within different with different height, that is considered as a stack wall. Now let me just place one stack wall here. So here you can see that we have different type of walls placed there with different height, right? So if you want to create like that also, so for that you have to create these sub walls first, and then you can place it. Okay. So for that you can use this for if you want to place a brick foundation walls. Okay. Then you can choose it, or any different style you want to add. Okay, or you can add skirting there also. So for those things you can use your stack rows. Okay, so let me create the types first. So for that wall, and let's go with this yeah, so this foundation we have. So for that I will go with this kit, and it is 300 and I will duplicate it to some extent, like 900 click on OK, and come to this and change, and make it the function is foundation. Click on OK, and that is you have created. And now about the stacked wall. So for that, again WA, and you come to this stacked wall and come to this edit type, and then you have to duplicate. Okay. So stacked wall, you can mention more about different subtypes. Okay. So let's not mention, make it quickly. And here you can see that this is added. This is added. Now what I'll do is let me insert first. This one I will choose this 300 concrete, and then I will choose this one as say 900 combination 900, yes, this one I'll choose, and this one I'll move it up, and this one will be variable, or if it is variable, so let's not change it. So for this one, which we have created, that exterior wall, this one we will choose it, and for this one, let's bring it down. Okay, and for this one, foundation 900 concrete. Okay, and this height is 900 So let's define 100, and for this, let's define 4, and you're having it. All right. So let's go with that, or if you want to change it, the height, so that we can define the height. Okay, so for okay, so this is the height, and now here you see that offset is from the core center line. So as because the offset is 0, so that's why every walls are matching the core center line with each other. And if you want to make any offset to the outside, all right, so that you can give like foundation. Let's give offset to this. Let's minus it, and that you can see, right? Okay, so for that, let's give it 0 and click on OK. This is done, and this will be placed right now. So when you make it straight, it will show you this guideline. So that you have. So you can create this kind of walls with your stack wall, right? And we also have a skirting option. So for that we have this wall sweep. For skirting, you can go with this, or for cornice, you can go with this wall sweep. Okay, so for that, go to this grid type, and there you have this subcategory of walls. This is wall sweep cornice. This is selected, and the profile is right now selected default, so you can choose this profile, or what you can do is you can load some profiles first. If you need some variations, so then go to insert, and then go to load family, and then you come to wall, or profiles, come to these profiles, and within that you have this wall, and you have this one, you have this one, so you can choose anything, or you will be creating your own profile for that. Okay, let's go with that. Now come to this wall sweep option, and come to this edit type, and let's choose this. So here you can see, so one brick, two brick, so it is according to the two brick size. You will have the height. Okay, so two bricks, you can put one brick, so let's go with this one brick, and stage placing it. Okay, so it is placed right now. You can place it over there, you can place it over there, so it will automatically connect. All right, and this how we can you can also add cuttings within the wall. So go to its edit type, come to this structure edit option, and when you see the preview, we'll check this preview mode, then only you will have this sweep reviews, these things you will have. So there you can add your sweeps also. If you come to this sweep and you have to add one profile. So let's add this one, and this profile is right now. So you can choose this one. You can choose this profile, and you can define the material over there. Okay, so let me just this one. Let's or this ceramic tile apply and okay, and you can give the distance. So before that, before giving it, let's apply it. So here it is applied. So which side it is applied? It is to the exterior side. We need it in the interior side, so we can make it to the interior side. Suppose you need in the both direction, so then you have to add it another. You have to add another. So for that, you can choose like one brick, apply. Okay, so this is let me make it to the exterior and let me make it to the interior and let's apply it. And here you can see. So if you test it, the similar, and the distance is from the base. So if you want to move it upside, so that you can give the distance like click on apply. Here you can see that this distance from the base is applied. So if you need to place it at top, like the cornice design we want to place, so that you can place at the top. So it's the similar. So you can do that. So let's go with that. And the orientation is perpendicular. So that's okay. And there is nothing to give offset right now. So if you have uh, anything to add, so you can give offset. So for that you can go with, you can apply and okay, and just click on OK. Wait this to okay, apply and it's okay. Yeah. So here you can see. So why I was having that warning message, because I already added one wall sweep and that was overlapping. So I deleted that one, and right now you can have and when so right now you selected this and you can go with this create similar. So this similar wall you can start creating it, or you can type CS the shortcut. So you can see that it will start continuing it. Alright, so you can go with this wall sweeps. So this is your wall, and now let's go with this. So this is these are okay. Now let's place curtain wall. Okay. So for that, I'll show you with this curtain wall first. Now let me place it here. Okay, and it will show you this warning, and because you have made it overlapping, right? It's overlapped right now, and here you can see that you cannot see it. It is there, it is available there, but it is right now overlapping. So for this, if you are having this kind of conditions, so what you should do? So for that, you can come to this modify, and there you have this cut geometry option. Cut geometry. So you will choose this one, and sorry, this wall first, and then you will choose this one. Okay, then this geometry will be cut with this option. place, you come to this geometry, you choose the main wall, and then you choose this one. So the common geometry will be disappeared. Now if you come to this 3D option, and here you can see. Now even if you change this, so this wall will be updated like this. Okay, so that's the benefit. And you can do this also, like without that cut geometry option, you can do it within this type properties of this curtain wall. So for that you have to check this automatically embedded option, check and apply, and okay, now here you have. Okay, whatever you like you can go with. So right now this is just a normal one single panel, uh, according to your defined length. You are having this normal glass panel, and you can add some grids after that also. Here you have this curtain grid. Okay, and after that also you can place mullions. All right, now let me just show you that. Select this one, and here I will change this to exterior glazing right now. Okay, so here you can see that we are having only one grid over there. So how we can change that? Come to this edit type, and here you have this layout to fixed distance, and horizontal grid layout to fixed distance. So according the spacing is there. So the spacing is too much for this length of curtain wall. Yeah,
Sir, can we learn about curtain wall tomorrow, sir?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
till
yeah,
now it is all
definitely.
clear, and till stack wall it was all clear. Stack wall itself is a little confusing. Then can we
Yeah,
know about curtain wall tomorrow, sir?
definitely. Just give me 2 minutes to finish this.
Oh, sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so here you can see that we have this layout option and the spacing. So we can change this to fixed number or anything like this, medium spacing. And then we can adjust it according to our requirement and apply it. Okay, and within this instance property palette, and here you have this vertical grade uh, right now one, and if you need to change vertical grade also, so that you can adjust over there, and this one you can adjust. Okay, so this how you can adjust this one, and after that you can start placing mullions, and if you choose grid line, so in one single line you will be placing, and this will be the mullion sizes, and you can change it to any type. Now let's go with this default, and if you choose all grid, so within all grid at the same time you will be placing. So this how we placed it, and let me uncheck this, and this is just exterior glazing one, and if you want to create with all the grids and the mullions, then you will choose storefront. You will have it, and you just have to change this. Now if you want to change or you don't want this mullions there, so you unpin this first and then you can delete. Okay, and just give me 1 minute. Just uh, go to insert and load family, and then come to this doors, and there you have this kind of doors. Okay, so let's go with this door curtain wall single glass and click on open, and it is loaded right now. And if you want to choose this panel, so press with tab, so then you can separately select any components of this curtain panel. Right now I'm selecting this one, and within this type selector I can change it. So before that I have to unpin it, then I can change it, and I will select this door curtain wall single glass panel. And if I need to change the orientation, then I will simply select this, and press space bar to change the orientation. Okay, so it is same for the walls also. If I need to change the orientation, so that I can change, like this is to the exterior, and with this space bar, okay, or else when you select this, we have this flip option to change the orientation. So this is all about for today.